If you're over 60 and find yourself tossing and turning at night no matter what you try, the real reason could be hiding in plain sight, right on your nightstand or plugged in across the room. Maybe you've done everything right. Lights low, caffeine cut, bedtime routine set. Yet you still wake up exhausted, foggy, or needing the bathroom over and over. As a doctor who's helped thousands of seniors reclaim their sleep, I can tell you, there are 5 everyday devices in most bedrooms that quietly wreck your rest. And the worst one? Almost 9 out of 10 people keep it within arm's reach every single night. Most folks believe these gadgets are harmless or even helpful, but the truth is, they pump out the kind of hidden light and noise that hits aging brains hardest, blocking the very hormones your body needs to sleep deeply and heal overnight. Today, I'll show you exactly how each device disrupts your sleep, the science behind it, and, most importantly, how you can still enjoy the comforts you love while finally waking up clear, restored, and ready for the day. 1. The Midnight Movie Marathon Trap. Television might be the most deceptive sleep thief in your bedroom. It's 3 a.m. and you're jolting awake to late-night infomercials, your head foggy and mouth dry. The remote is lost in tangled sheets while bright flashes light up your room. Research shows around 70% of adults use electronics before bed, and many seniors fall asleep with the TV on every night, thinking familiar background noise helps them drift off peacefully. Most people believe television creates a soothing sleep environment, the gentle hum of voices, the predictable rhythm of old movies, the comfort of something familiar playing in the background. Background noise should mask those little creaks and sounds that might otherwise wake you up. But what most people miss is that your TV is actually working against you in ways you never imagined. Every flicker, every scene change, every commercial break sends signals to your brain that prevent the deep, restorative sleep your body desperately needs. Here's what happens when you leave that TV on. Your television pumps out intense blue light, the same type that tricks your brain into thinking it's morning. This blue light doesn't just affect you when you're watching actively. Even after your eyes close and you think you're asleep, that light keeps penetrating right through your eyelids. Your eyelids aren't thick enough to block out the bright flashes and changing colors from your screen. Every time a dark scene switches to a bright one, every commercial with extra bright colors sends another wake-up signal to your brain. The constantly changing brightness levels create what researchers call a flickering effect. Studies show that evening blue-enriched light delays sleep onset and reduces sleep efficiency in older adults. Your brain never fully shuts down because it's constantly processing these light changes. Even in the deepest stages of sleep, part of your brain stays partially alert, ready to respond to the next bright flash or sudden sound. This means you never reach the deep sleep stages where your body repairs itself, consolidates memories, and produces the hormones you need to feel refreshed. What nobody tells you is that seniors are especially vulnerable to this disruption. TV blue light delays melatonin production, and seniors already produce 50% less melatonin than younger adults, making them more vulnerable to sleep disruption. Melatonin is your body's natural sleep hormone, the chemical that signals it's time to wind down and rest. When blue light from your TV suppresses what little melatonin you're still making, you're fighting an uphill battle every single night. Your aging brain needs every bit of help it can get to achieve quality sleep, and that TV is stealing it away. The content itself makes things worse. Even if you think you're watching something calm and relaxing, your brain is still processing storylines, following conversations, and reacting to emotions on screen. Late-night news, dramatic movies, even seemingly peaceful nature documentaries can trigger stress responses and adrenaline rushes that keep your nervous system activated long after you think you've fallen asleep. Your body should be shifting into repair mode, but instead it's staying in a partial alert state, ready to tune back in to whatever's happening on that screen. This creates a vicious cycle that traps many seniors. You sleep poorly because of the TV, so you wake up tired and groggy. Because you feel exhausted, you think you need something comforting to help you fall asleep the next night. So you turn on the TV again, hoping it will help you relax. But you're actually making the problem worse every single night. The more tired you become, the more you rely on that familiar background noise, and the worse your sleep quality gets. Deep sleep is when your brain clears out toxins, your muscles repair themselves, and your immune system recharges. But televisions create an environment where your brain never fully transitions into these crucial deep stages. Instead, you spend most of the night in lighter sleep phases, tossing and turning without ever reaching the restorative sleep your body craves. Seniors often report better sleep after removing TVs from their bedrooms. But there's another device sitting even closer to your head that might be causing just as much damage. 2. The glowing time bomb on your nightstand. That digital alarm clock sitting just 2 or 3 feet from your head looks innocent enough. It's doing its job, showing you the time whenever you need it. But what most people miss is that this helpful little gadget is actually working against you every single night. Research shows that just 8 lux of blue light can completely suppress melatonin production, and most digital alarm clocks emit between 10 and 20 lux, even on their dimmest settings. Most seniors think digital alarm clocks are harmless. They're small, quiet, and they just sit there on the nightstand doing their job. You might even have yours set to the dimmest setting, thinking you've solved any potential problems. But that bright LED display creates concentrated light that beams right at face level, where it has maximum impact on your brain. Small LED displays emit enough short wavelength light to delay sleep hormone release in older adults. Every time you open your eyes during the night, even for just a second, you're getting hit with a direct dose of blue light. The proximity problem is bigger than most people realize. When light sources are far away, your brain can partially ignore them. But when that digital display is sitting just arm's length from your pillow, there's no escaping it. Think about it. Your alarm clock is positioned at the perfect angle to shine directly at your face all night long. Every number change, every colon that blinks between the hours and minutes, every subtle brightness fluctuation sends signals straight to the part of your brain that controls your sleep cycle. But what nobody tells you is that even the dimmest LED settings can shut down your melatonin production. Remember, after age 60, your body already makes about 50% less melatonin than it did when you were younger. You're starting each night with a significant disadvantage. When that blue light from your alarm clock suppresses what little melatonin you're still producing, you're fighting a losing battle. Your aging brain desperately needs every bit of natural sleep hormone it can get, and that innocent-looking clock is stealing it away hour after hour. The type of light matters more than you might think. Blue light, the kind that most digital alarm clocks emit, hits your brain with the same signal as morning sunlight. It's telling your body to wake up, stay alert, and start the day. Blue light exposure from clocks delays circadian rhythm phase in seniors, keeping part of your brain in wake mode even when your eyes are closed. Your nervous system never fully shuts down because it's constantly receiving these artificial dawn signals from your nightstand. Here's what surprised me most when I started researching this. Red LED displays are dramatically less disruptive than blue or white ones. The same clock, the same brightness level, but just changing the color of the light can make a huge difference in how well you sleep. Red light doesn't trigger the same wake-up response in your brain. It allows your melatonin production to continue naturally throughout the night. But most manufacturers use blue or white LEDs because they appear brighter and clearer to read during the day. Because aging eyes filter less blue light, even dim clock displays can disturb the sleep of adults over 60. Age-related changes in your eyes make them less effective at filtering out this disruptive light. What might not have bothered you at 40 or 50 becomes a major sleep disruptor at 65 or 70. This explains why so many seniors tell me they wake up feeling like they never really slept, even when they think they got 7 or 8 hours. Your body was lying in bed, but your brain never got the signal that it was truly nighttime. That steady blue glow kept your nervous system partially activated, preventing the deep, restorative sleep your body needs to repair itself and recharge for the next day.
Many seniors make another well-intentioned choice that backfires just as badly, installing something throughout their homes that they believe will keep them safer at night.
3. The safety light that steals your sleep. Night lights throughout your home create exactly this problem. Seniors install these devices with the best intentions, trying to prevent dangerous falls during those middle-of-the-night trips to the bathroom. Falls are serious business after 60. 1 in 4 older adults falls each year, and these accidents often happen in the dark, when you're half asleep and disoriented. So you do what seems smart. You plug in those little night lights to create a safe path from your bedroom to the bathroom. But what most people miss is that the very device you're using to protect yourself might be stealing your sleep night after night. The safety concerns are absolutely real and legitimate. Nobody wants to stumble over furniture or miss a step in the dark. A broken hip or head injury can change your entire life, turning an independent senior into someone who needs constant care. Installing nightlights seems like such a simple, smart solution. They're inexpensive, easy to use, and they provide just enough light to help you navigate safely. Most seniors feel much more confident moving around at night when they can see where they're going. The problem isn't with having light for safety. The problem is with the type of light most modern nightlights produce. Most nightlights today use blue-spectrum LED bulbs that create the exact opposite of a sleep-friendly environment. Modern LED bulbs emit 460 to 480 nanometer blue light, shown to reduce sleep efficiency in older adults. These aren't the gentle, warm nightlights your parents or grandparents used decades ago. Modern LED nightlights pump out bright, white light that's loaded with blue wavelengths. This blue light hits your brain with the same signal as morning sunlight, telling your body it's time to wake up and start the day. Even when these lights are dim, even when they're positioned low to the ground, they're still sending wake-up signals to your aging brain throughout the entire night. But what nobody tells you is that intermittent LED pulses prevent full transition into slow-wave sleep. Your brain never fully shuts down because it's constantly processing these artificial light sources. Think about it. Every time you open your eyes during the night, every time you get up to use the bathroom, you're getting hit with blue light that suppresses your melatonin production. Your body thinks it's dawn, even at 2 a.m., and it starts preparing to wake up instead of staying in deep sleep mode. The traditional incandescent nightlights seniors remember were actually much better for sleep than these modern LED versions. Those old-fashioned bulbs produced warm, amber light that barely affected your natural sleep cycle. They gave off enough light to see safely, but they didn't disrupt your body's production of sleep hormones. The warm glow was gentle on your eyes and your brain. But manufacturers switched to LED lights because they last longer and use less electricity. What they didn't consider was how this change would affect sleep quality for the millions of seniors who depend on nightlights for safety. Here's what happens when blue spectrum light tricks your aging brain into thinking it's dawn. Your circadian rhythms, the internal clock that tells your body when to sleep and when to wake up, get completely confused. After age 60, these natural rhythms are already more fragile than they used to be. You produce less melatonin naturally, your sleep becomes lighter, and you're more sensitive to disruptions. When blue light from nightlights disrupts these already weakened rhythms, you end up with poor sleep quality, frequent wakings, and that groggy feeling the next morning. Most people skip this next step and regret it later. They assume any nightlight is better than stumbling around in the dark. But you can maintain safety without sacrificing sleep quality. The Sleep Foundation recommends red spectrum lights to minimize melatonin suppression because red lights have minimal circadian impact. These warm-colored lights provide adequate visibility while preserving your melatonin production.
Red light has a longer wavelength and lower energy, so your brain doesn't interpret it as a wake-up signal the way it does with blue light. Shifting to amber or red night lights can preserve melatonin and improve sleep latency by about 15 to 20 minutes based on blue light studies. You can find red or amber LED night lights at most hardware stores or online. They provide the same safety benefits as regular night lights, but they work with your body's natural sleep cycle instead of against it. But there's another device that many seniors welcome into their bedrooms thinking it will make their lives easier and safer.
4. The helpful assistant that never sleeps. Smart speakers seem like a dream come true for seniors. You can control your lights without getting up, play your favorite music with just your voice, and even call for help in an emergency without fumbling around for a phone. These devices sit quietly on your nightstand, ready to respond to a simple voice command. They promise convenience and independence, two things that become more precious as you get older. Just say the magic words, and your helpful assistant springs into action, making your life easier and safer. Most people think these devices just sit there peacefully when you're not using them. They seem so quiet and unobtrusive, like having a helpful friend waiting patiently in the corner. You might have one on your nightstand or dresser, and it appears to be doing nothing most of the time. But what most people miss is that LED indicator lights emit blue light at close range and disrupt sleep more than static light sources. Your helpful assistant never truly sleeps, and those multiple indicator lights that pulse, glow, and flash throughout the night are constantly working against your rest. These devices are constantly on alert with visual indicators that create subtle but persistent light pollution in your bedroom. That small ring of light around the base, the tiny LED dot that shows it's connected to Wi-Fi, the gentle glow that appears when it's processing your voice. These lights might seem harmless, but they're contributing to the same problem as all those other devices we've talked about. Your smart speaker is pumping out artificial light signals right when your aging brain needs complete darkness to produce what little melatonin it still makes naturally. Research shows intermittent light flashes from indicators keep the brain's motion detection pathways active, preventing deep sleep. Your brain can sometimes adjust to steady light, like a street light outside your window that stays the same brightness all night, but changing light patterns keep your nervous system on high alert. Every time that indicator light pulses, every time it brightens when processing a command from another room, every time it dims and brightens with network activity, your brain gets another wake-up signal. The brain's motion detection systems stay partially activated when exposed to these changing light patterns, creating a constant, low-level alert signal that prevents the deep darkness needed for quality rest. Most people skip this next step and regret it later. They assume that because the lights are small and dim, they can't possibly be causing problems. But your aging eyes and brain are incredibly sensitive to even tiny amounts of light, especially blue light from LED indicators. What might not have bothered you when you were younger becomes a major sleep disruptor as you get older. Your body needs every bit of help it can get to achieve quality sleep, and these seemingly innocent lights are stealing it away. The good news is simpler than you think. You don't have to give up your helpful assistant. Most smart speakers allow you to turn off indicator lights in their settings, or you can simply cover them with a small piece of dark tape. The device still works perfectly for voice commands and emergency calls, but it stops broadcasting those sleep-disrupting light signals all night long. Studies on light reduction in the bedroom show improved sleep efficiency in older adults, with some experiencing better sleep continuity when indicator lights are disabled or covered. But what nobody tells you is that all these devices we've discussed pale in comparison to the one device that creates the most intense sleep disruption of all.
5. The bedside companion destroying your dreams. Your smartphone or tablet creates the most concentrated sleep disruption of all. About 80% of older adults report frequent smartphone use at bedtime, and many seniors keep their phones or tablets right on the nightstand for emergencies. You probably have yours within arm's reach right now, maybe plugged in next to your bed or sitting on your nightstand where you can grab it if you need to call for help. It makes perfect sense. You want to stay connected with family, monitor your health apps, and have emergency contacts available if something goes wrong during the night. The reasons seniors keep these devices nearby are completely legitimate. Your smartphone might have a medical alert app, your children's phone numbers, or health monitoring tools that track your heart rate or blood pressure. Your tablet might help you stay connected with grandchildren who live far away or provide entertainment when you can't sleep. These devices offer comfort, safety, and connection. They're not just gadgets. They're lifelines to the people and information you need most. But what nobody tells you is that smartphones and tablets emit the most intense blue light of all bedroom devices. When you hold that phone or tablet within 2 feet of your face to check the time or read a message, you're getting hit with a concentrated blast of the same light that's designed to keep you wide awake. This isn't the gentle glow of a distant lamp. This is bright, focused light beaming directly into your eyes at close range, right when your aging brain needs darkness most. The combination of bright screens, engaging content, and proximity creates what researchers call a perfect storm of sleep disruption. Think about what happens when you pick up your phone at night. You might start by checking the time, but then you see a notification. Maybe it's a text from your daughter, or a news alert, or a reminder about tomorrow's appointment. Before you know it, you're reading, scrolling, or responding to messages. Your brain shifts from sleep mode into full alert mode, processing information and making decisions when it should be winding down. Research shows that evening screen use reduces sleep efficiency, but doesn't necessarily change how long you sleep. The problem isn't the total hours you spend in bed. The problem is that those hours become less restorative. Your brain stays partially activated, cycling through lighter sleep stages instead of reaching the deep, healing sleep your body desperately needs. Even if you put the phone down after just a few minutes, your nervous system needs time to settle back into sleep mode. But that's not even the worst part. The blue light from these devices is specifically calibrated to maximize alertness. Phone and tablet manufacturers design their screens to be as bright and clear as possible, using blue light wavelengths that signal your brain to stay awake and pay attention. This is the exact opposite of what seniors need for sleep. After age 60, your body already produces 50% less melatonin naturally. When blue light from your bedside device suppresses what little melatonin you're still making, you're fighting a losing battle every single night. Most people skip this next step and regret it later. They assume that keeping the phone on silent or face down will solve the problem. But even when your device isn't making noise or showing notifications, it's still there. The temptation to check it stays strong, especially when you're lying awake at 2 a.m. wondering what time it is. That gentle glow from the screen, even for just a few seconds, can reset your entire sleep cycle. Age-related changes in your eyes make this problem even worse. The lenses in seniors' eyes become less effective at filtering blue light, allowing more of it to reach your retina. What might not have bothered you at 40 or 50 becomes a major sleep disruptor at 65 or 70. Your eyes are actually letting in more of this harmful light, intensifying its effects on your sleep hormones and circadian rhythms. Moving devices 6 feet away and using airplane mode can significantly boost sleep quality. You don't have to give up the safety and connection these devices provide. Charging your phone in the bathroom or hallway still keeps it close enough for emergencies, but far enough away to let your brain truly rest. When your device is within reach, your brain knows it's there. Part of your mind stays partially alert, ready to respond to calls or emergencies. This low-level alertness prevents the deep relaxation your body needs for quality sleep. What makes the situation even more concerning is how these 5-bedroom devices combine forces to create something far more damaging than you might expect. 5 sources of blue and intermittent light cumulatively suppress melatonin, fragment deep sleep, and delay recovery in seniors. Your TV pumps out flickering blue light while your alarm clock beams steady light at your face. Your nightlights create low-level alerts while your smart speaker pulses intermittently. Your phone delivers the final knockout punch with intense close-range blue light. Together, these devices turn your bedroom into an anti-sleep chamber that completely overwhelms your body's weakened ability to produce melatonin and maintain natural sleep cycles. Tonight, do this simple bedroom audit. Walk through your room and count every glowing device. Turn off that TV. Move your digital clock across the room or switch to a red display model. Replace blue night lights with amber ones. Cover your smart speaker's indicator lights with tape. Charge your phone in another room. Try a device-free bedroom for a few nights and observe improved restfulness. Consider starting by eliminating screens from your bedroom tonight to help preserve melatonin and deepen your sleep.